World War II had engulfed the planet. Front lines stretched across continents, and nations struggled under the weight of global conflict. In the quiet Japanese city of Hiroshima, life on an August morning felt ordinary. Children walked to school. Workers opened shops, unaware of what was coming. As the Pacific War continued, Japan held its last defenses. The world waited for an end that had not yet come. Meanwhile, in hidden labs across America, scientists worked on a secret project, one that would change the course of history forever. At the center was physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer, fighting the clock, trying to understand a force more powerful than anything ever created. Every bolt tightened and every calculation checked brought the world closer to a weapon unlike any before. In the New Mexico desert, deep inside a restricted zone, soldiers prepared for the first test of this new technology. The Trinity Test Tower stood tall at dawn, silent and ominous, waiting for the moment that would introduce the nuclear age. When the explosion lit the sky, humanity stepped into a new era, one filled with both awe and fear. In Washington, President Truman now faced an impossible decision: how to end the war, and at what cost. Japan refused to surrender, even as Allied forces closed in from every direction. Truman met with military leaders to decide the future. The atomic bomb was now an option, one they believed could end the war quickly. The weapon chosen for the mission was called Little Boy, designed with unprecedented destructive power.
Bring her down easy now, watch the alignment.
Chains secured on the port side.
In Hiroshima, the sun rose gently over rivers and bridges, marking another peaceful morning. In a dim hangar, the crew of the Enola Gay prepared for their mission, each man quiet with his own thoughts. The Little Boy bomb was carefully loaded into the aircraft's bomb bay, the final piece of a mission that had no turning back. The Enola Gay lifted into the sunrise, headed toward a city that still slept beneath the soft glow of morning. Hiroshima, calm and unaware, stretched below. Homes, schools, and quiet streets shining in the early light. And then the bomb bay doors opened. The Little Boy bomb fell silently through the sky, descending toward its target. A brilliant flash erupted, brighter than the sun, signaling a moment the world would never forget. From distant mountains, a massive cloud rose upward, expanding into the sky with enormous force. The shockwave rushed through the city, shaking buildings and covering streets in dust. Homes collapsed, windows shattered, and the quiet morning transformed in seconds. The Ioi Bridge, once bustling with people, now stood through drifting haze. The prefectural industrial hall remained standing, its dome becoming a symbol for generations to come. The once busy streets were now silent, filled only with drifting papers and broken beams. Above the city, Smoke rose into the sky as Hiroshima smoldered in the aftermath. In the shadows, survivors moved carefully through the ruins, holding on to each other in the face of the unimaginable. The world reacted in shock. Reports of the explosion reached capitals across the globe. At the same time, the Soviet Union entered the war against Japan, shifting the balance even further.
Torque set on the main bolts.
Yet, Japan still had not surrendered.
Reading
Another
steady on the
mission
gauges, General.
was prepared. In Nagasaki, life continued as usual. Boats rocked in the harbor, and families began their day. The boxcar bomber engines roared to life, carrying the second atomic bomb toward Japan. Over the clouds of Japan, the bomb bay doors opened once again. The Fat Man bomb dropped, disappearing into the mist as the crew turned away. A distant flash illuminated the horizon, marking another historic moment. A towering mushroom cloud rose over the Nagasaki Valley, visible for miles. A shockwave swept through the empty streets, pushing dust and debris ahead of it. Factories and industrial centers lay damaged, quiet under a smoky sky. Twisted tram tracks marked paths once full of life. A lone church cross stood firm, catching light through drifting smoke. From above, Nagasaki lay covered in haze, its rivers reflecting the orange sky. Survivors stepped carefully through the ruins, carrying what little they had left. On August 15th, Emperor Hirohito spoke to the nation, announcing Japan's surrender. On the deck of the USS Missouri, Japan signed the formal documents that ended World War II. Years later, Hiroshima's Peace Memorial Park stood as a reminder of the tragedy and the value of peace. Thousands of paper cranes, symbols of hope, were hung to honor the lives lost. Today, Hiroshima and Nagasaki are vibrant cities, living proof of resilience, recovery, and the world's shared responsibility to ensure nuclear weapons are never used again.